Hey folks, what's up? Okay, this is a bit of a revisit video because as you all know, with the advent of the new Toyota Yaris coming in at the base model price of about 70,000 ringgit, the hatchback scene has gotten a bit of a shot in the arm, and one of the few non-local hatchbacks that you could get in the past was this, what I'm driving right now. Can you see me? Yeah, okay. It's the Honda Jazz, of course, and I just picked it up for a revisit because yes, there is going to be a lot more activity happening soon at the in this hatchback, compact hatchback category. And yes, Honda Malaysia does classify the Jazz as a hatchback, so I was mistaken when I said Honda doesn't have any hatchbacks. Okay, they do. The Jazz is a hatchback. I just never really seen it as a hatchback, you know what I mean? To me, it's always been more of a, no, there's no way I'm going to call it a compact SUV, but yeah, it's kind of a bit like an SUV-ish. I mean, it's got these amazing seats that you can store stuff underneath the back seat. You can fold it up. The really dynamic seats they have in the Jazz, which are really cool actually. You can configure them in a number of different ways, and it allows you to carry things in this car that you would never thought possible in a small car like this. So again, like I said earlier, the Japanese have been building cars from the inside out. They start with this the living space, as they would call it, of the car, and Honda calls it man maximum, machine minimum, or is it the other way around? Machine minimum, man maximum, something like that. But you get what I mean. The emphasis is on the driver. The emphasis is always given to the passengers, and I have to say, as usual, Honda have not skimped when it comes to the Jazz. It's a very, very nice, capable little I almost called it an SUV again. It's a very, very capable and nice little compact car. The exterior belies the interior space. It really does. The exterior, the car looks, yes, it looks very compact, but oh, see? On the inside, it's a lot bigger than it looks on the outside. It feels a lot bigger than it looks on the outside. What I just did there just now was actually put down the sun visor, and the moment I did that, the interior got really dark. You see that? Okay. One thing you need to know about the Jazz, it has a huge amount of glass space around it. Let's count them, right? Windshield, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 pieces of glass. No sunroof. There's 10 pieces of glass around this car, okay? It's crazy. It's like a greenhouse. I mean, it's wonderful, the fact that you can see so much around you. Too bad there's no sunroof where you can see what's above you as well. But because there's so much glass space, and because the visibility is so good, which is a definite plus point, it's just really, really hot. And it just, coincidentally, I'm wearing a Honda shirt. Okay, I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag right now, okay? Every time we go for a Honda drive, they give us this really nice dry fit Honda shirt to wear for the drive. And it's so nice that I find myself wearing it pretty much all the time. So please forgive me if you've seen me wearing a Honda shirt reviewing a competitor car. It is not a sign of disrespect, okay? It's just that these are really nice shirts to wear. They're dry fit, they don't, you know, it's cooling, it allows you to dry off easily. It doesn't show sweat stains. You know, those horrible little marks, those white marks that appear sometimes around the pit area when your sweat dries off and leaves the salt residue behind you. I hate that. Okay, to me, it's like really disgusting. It's the most disgusting thing short of throwing up on yourself. So that's my little pet peeve, and why I don't wear black cotton shirts. And I've completely digressed and lost my train of thought. Yes, sorry for wearing a Honda shirt, but today it is apt because I'm driving a Honda car. Yes, okay. And the reason why this video, this in-car video, is so badly set up, and you're seeing more of this than of me and the interior, is because the rake of this front windshield is incredible. It is it's more than 45 degrees, I'm sure of it. And it is a huge windshield. I'm not kidding you, it's a huge windshield. So you need one of those 8-inch strips up here, those black strips to block out the sun, and you need all-round heat-resistant tint. There's no getting way around it. This is a test car, so they don't usually put tint on it. But if you buy a Honda Jazz, or if you own a Honda Jazz and you've not put the tint yet, you are suffering needlessly, my friend. Really, as am I now. It's 30 freaking 8 degrees out there. Oh, sorry, it's gone down to 35. See, I don't lie. It was 38 when I got in just now, but it's gone down to 35. That's because of the wind, yeah? So, okay. What the hell was I talking about? Yes, the space of the Honda Jazz. One of the key aspects or USPs, unique selling points of the Jazz, is the fact that it's a compact car, but big on space. It really is. And if I remember correctly, during the official media drive, they really did bang on this space that you have in this car. This is my driving position, and there is a huge amount of legroom at the back. Easily another 6-footer could sit behind me. You know, really, no joke. Jokes aside. Now, the Yaris, of course, is the latest kid on the block. I've not driven the car yet. In fact, the media drive is actually coming soon. Unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, I'll be away at the time. And I wish I could split myself in two, but I can't. I'll be away at the time, and I won't be able to drive the Yaris during the official drive. So my humble apologies about that. You're going to have to wait just a little while for my opinion on the car. I've already talked to UMW Toyota. They have put me on the list somewhere on top to get the car out again when it's available after the test drive. So I will get that out as soon as possible. So the reason why I'm driving the Jazz today is because, yes, this is the main competitor. This is the main competitor for the Jazz. Sorry, for the Yaris, which is the Jazz. And it's got a fight on its hands. I have to admit, the Yaris, as nice as it looks from the outside, I mean, it's newer, it's more contemporary, it looks more hip, it looks more upmarket and modern and la 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 la. But it has a huge fight on its hands if it wants to take on the Jazz. The Jazz is undoubtedly one of the market leaders in terms of compact, non-national compact cars that you can buy out there. It is one of the runaway success stories of Honda Malaysia, and with good reason. It's not just the badge. I mean, yes, of course, Honda has a very strong badge. That H is very strong, but it's not just because of the badge. This is a very capable little car. I have to admit, it's a very capable little car. NVH, again, belies its size. It's a small car. You expect it to be, you know, not so upmarket, but it feels upmarket. It really does. It does not feel like an entry-level compact car. And anyone who buys this as their first car is really gonna be in for a treat, I have to say, because for what you're paying for a Honda Jazz, you're getting so much more in return. Okay, you can check out all the specs online. I'm not going to talk about specs, okay? I'm not talking about power and 0 to 100 and top speeds and all that. That's not what this car is built for. You want all that? You go buy yourself a Type R, okay? Because the Jazz is not built for that. It's built for efficiency, ease of use, ease of maintenance, and maybe a pleasure to own. Because think about it, it's a Honda, you know, and if you buy your first car as a Honda, hey, well done. Really, not many could do that. Now, this is not to slag off first cars that are national cars. I have to say, Perodua and Proton have been doing a very good job. Perodua's with the Myvi. I mean, 100,000 Myvis on the road, can't be wrong. That's just for the latest generation, yeah. And Protons with the new Persona and Iris coming up, they're quite impressive. You can check those videos down there in my videos as well. But today we're talking about the Jazz, and sorry Yaris, you got a big fight on your hands. I'm sure you're a very capable car, and I hope you're up to the fight, because this is like going into the ring with Mike Tyson and not having trained sufficiently. I'm very sure UMW Toyota have done their homework. I'm very sure this was one of the cars on their list when they were thinking about introducing the Yaris. They knew the competitors that they had to go up against. They knew who they had to beat. And I would not be surprised if the Jazz was right up there in the top of the list, because this is they go pretty much head on, the two of them. And I think it will be just down to badge preference, maybe. You know, people say that if you own a Toyota, you're always going to own a Toyota. If you own a Honda, you're always going to own a Honda. It's probably going to be badge preference. Now, conquest sales, that's what I'm after. That's what I want to think about right now. Conquest sales. Conquest sales is when you have no preference or bias towards either brand. You just want the better car. And that is what I'm going to try and do when I finally get when I get the Yaris on test all to myself. Does the Yaris, which is the new kid on the block and never really been introduced in Malaysia, it does pretty well overseas, let's not forget that. But does the Yaris have what it takes to take on the mighty Jazz? that's going to be the interesting one. The dashboard just turned green to tell me that I'm driving frugally. It's just kind of cool. This car is communicating to me. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a Honda Accord. It's not a Toyota Camry. It is an entry-level car. But that said, it is a heck of a nice entry-level car. Really. So, since I'm wearing the appropriate shirt, I think I'll go for a little bit of a drive somewhere. I'm going to pause here, and then I'm going to show you the outside and why people still like the Jazz. It has aged, to me, styling, of course, subjective, but styling of the Jazz has aged very nicely. It really has. It's aged gracefully, you know. It doesn't look overtly contemporary, kind of like how the new Vios, some people say it's just too much, you know, they've gone over the top. The Jazz, on the other hand, has always been a very, very nice mix of, I don't know, how would you put it? Sedate and yet stylish, contemporary a little bit, but not so much. So again, styling is subjective, so let's not talk too much about styling. But let me pause here, and I'll show you the car from the outside and why it has become such a hit for Malaysians all over the place, east and west. Okay, be right back. Hey folks, one thing I forgot to mention just now in regards to this huge windscreen in front of me and why this holder is placed so badly right now. If you put a smart tag at the end of your windshield, you know, to the very base of your front windshield at the end of your dashboard, once you've gone through, you're not going to be able to reach it again. That is how far away the end of the front windshield or the end of the dashboard is to you. I've got pretty long arms, and there is no way I'd be able to reach a smart tag if it rolled all the way to the end here. So you might want to put a non-slip mat here somewhere and then put your smart tag here, because if you put it here and it slides all the way to the end, it's going to be there till you get to wherever you're going. You're not going to be able to reach it, really, honestly. That's what I wanted to say, and for the reason why you're seeing so much of this and not enough of me, because I couldn't fit this holder to a point where, you know, you would see more of the interior and not more of 50% of the dashboard in the screen. It's that big a windshield, it is that wide a windshield, it is that long windshield. Yeah, it's massive. You buy this car new, windscreen insurance for sure, because if this thing breaks, it's not going to be cheap to replace. Yeah, okay, back at you soon. You know, I've been driving a little bit now, trying to find a spot to go outside and show you the car from the outside, and I'm really impressed with the NVH for the Jazz. I don't remember it being this good, actually, the NVH. The only thing I'm hearing is a lot of rumble from the tires. You know, it's got that kind of I wouldn't say army truck rumble. You've all heard what an army truck sounds like when it goes by, so it's not that bad. But I think because the NVH is so good, it's actually permeating through the floorboards, maybe. Tire noise, and that's no fault of Honda's. I mean, that's the fault of the tire. It's just really that good. Again, it's got a CVT gearbox, as everybody knows, but it's got a sport mode, and the moment I put it into sport mode, the revs went up, the green changed to blue, should have changed to red. Maybe if I put my foot down, it'll change to red. I'm not sure about that, but I'm in a bit of traffic right now, so I'll put it back to D. So it's D and S. There are pedal shifts, so if you feel like you know, being frisky a little bit, yes, you can play with the pedals. The CVT, now you all know how I feel about CVTs. I don't really like them, and like I've always said, the only good CVT is the one that's in my scooter. But this one hasn't been too bad. It's not as intrusive as, or as loud and as noisy as I thought it would be, or as I thought most CVTs are. But this one seems to be quite okay, actually. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby. Let's see what happens when I put it in sport and accelerate a bit hard. You heard that. I'm sure you heard that. I'll try and do it again, but I'm sure you heard that. That is a characteristic CVT. Yeah, it just goes. Thankfully, there are pedals, so I can, you know, play a little bit. So I've downshifted now to S3, S2. Yeah, it gets a bit loud. Yeah, it gets a bit loud when you play with the CVT. When you put it in sport mode and when you plant your foot, yeah, it gets a little bit loud, and it's not a nice kind of loud, you know. It's that kind of whiny loud. Let's see, let me do that again. So when you're in S and you play with the pedals, it will stay in manual mode. No, it didn't. It actually dropped to 1. Will it shift by itself to 2? No, it won't. In S mode, and if you play with the pedals, it won't upshift for you. You're gonna have to upshift yourself. Yeah, okay. Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. So it does give you that manual feeling without the third pedal. Just using the paddle. See, there's a difference, yeah? Pedal and paddle. Let's try that again. So it's, let me shift down to 1. No, it won't shift to 2. Yeah, it won't shift to 2. You have to do it yourself. So, okay, interesting. Anyway, I've reached the spot, my favorite spot. I love this lake. I grew up on this lake. No, I didn't grow up on this lake. I grew up around this lake. It used to be a mining pool, and I used to cycle my bicycle around here quite a bit. And I used to go fishing in this lake, actually. So let me just find a spot. Now they've done it up very nicely, but unfortunately people still litter. Oh, why can't people just clean up after themselves? There's ample bins everywhere, you know, ample bins, and yet they throw stuff on the road. Okay, just an example. There's a bin about 20 feet away, and there's a wrapper for gardenia something on the floor. Oh, Malaysians, please pick up after yourselves. Take only pictures, leave only footprints. It's not just a saying, you know. Those are words to live by. Please. Okay, hang on a second. Really digressing today. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There's a Civic here. That's nice. So, okay, let me just put this car here. Okay, stop. Now, all the amenities of a modern day car. Yeah, you've got keyless entry and push start button, sport mode, CVT gearbox, power steering. I mean, as far as a day-to-day runner is concerned, you won't really find anything wrong with the Jazz. Just like I said, put some heat tint. Oh, I haven't shown you the interior yet. Hang on a second. Let me get to that right now. There we go. Okay. So, here's the interior. Here's that crazy amount of rear legroom I was talking about. And you can see for yourself that you can actually put stuff under there. That the bottom of the seat actually flips up, so you can put something really tall here. But please don't put your kids there. Don't let them stand up, okay? Buckle them in. I don't care how much they cry, but I've seen actually kids standing, you know, right here in between the seats. Mommy here, daddy here, kid here. Have you any idea what's going to happen if you suddenly hit the brakes? You don't even have to have an accident, yeah? You just hit the brakes really hard. Your kid is going to go from here to through there, okay? So anyway, I digress again, sorry. But it really freaking pisses me off when I see that. Okay, it really does. Okay, so anyway, here's your cruise control, multifunction steering wheel. This is for the ice. This is for your cruise control. This car has got 8,121 kilometers on it. So it's nicely worn in. So if you put your drink here, you can actually keep it cool from there. No, the glove box, sorry, the center console is not air conditioned, and neither is the glove box. But anyway, hey, can't have it all. Nice layout. I love the way this is laid out, okay? It's very Porsche-ish. Porsche-ish? Did I just make up a new word? But Porsche has the rev meter here and the speed meter here. It's the other way around. So let's go see this car from the outside. Show it to you from the outside. And why the Jazz is still one of the most popular models in this segment. So again, there you go. It's a stylish car. Okay, it's a compact car. I mean, look how small it looks from the outside. I mean, even that Civic looks a lot bigger. But I would reckon that both have similar interior spaces. This is it's a very compact car with lots of space in it. Again, the seats can be folded. It's a 60-40 split, but you can fold both and get huge amounts of huge amounts of space. It's an IKEA favorite, compact IKEA favorite. A lot of stuff you can carry from IKEA. And here's this legroom I was talking about just now. I mean, dang. Yeah, and this is my driving position, yeah? So let's just check that out straight away. Look at that. Okay, I'm 190 cm and I'm comfortable back here. More than enough legroom, headroom. I said leg and I touched my head. Yeah, okay. I need another coffee. So these are the small glass area I was talking about. I mean, it's everywhere. Seriously, they need a sunroof because then it'll be 11 and perfect. So there you go, folks, the Honda Jazz. It's been around a while now, but like I said, it's aged very well. It's a good car. It really is. Can you see that? Yeah. Sorry, I'm hand holding this because it was a bit of a rush to go get it. Very frugal engine. Decently appointed. You know, it's all you really need, actually. Come to think of it. Sorry, it's like really far away. Did you see how far? Yeah, I'll show it to you again. So this is my driving position, right? Look at that. Oh man, that is a very far. So like I said, if something rolls all the way to the end, it's staying there to wherever you're getting. Okay, so that's it. That's it for the Honda Jazz for now. I like this car. I always have. And the Yaris has got a big fight on its hands if it wants to compete with this thing. But it might be able to. So, never know. In the meantime, please subscribe if you haven't. And give me a like, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Drop me a comment, ask me a question. I'll try my best to answer. I try to get to all the comments, except the ones that say first. Sorry, I still won't lie on that. Makes no sense to me. Say something, you know, say something, nice video, bad video, whatever. Ask me a question, just don't type in first. I don't understand that at all. So, okay, anyway, nice one, Honda Jazz. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys soon. And gals, bye.